Hi everyone, it's Angela from Cloudfetti, and today I'm sharing a full tour of my craft area. I recently gave it a makeover, so I thought I would show you the entire space. I actually craft in a small corner of the living room, so it's not a separate room like some other people have, but this one works for me. And you might have a little craft area too, so I thought I'd share my storage and organization stuff with you. So to start out, here's an overview of it. I'll start from the left and end on the right. And I found a good tip is if you don't have the space to spread out, go up the wall instead. So like with pegboards and cabinets. So I have separate areas where I do things in the space. And pretty much all of my furniture is from IKEA. So on the left, I have like this big cabinet with all these drawers, and I'll show you what's in each cubby thing in each row, going from left to right, but I'll show you what's on the top of it first. I have a glass pineapple and a candle. Then there's a big flower pot with fake flowers, and it's got a little My Melody figurine at the front. So there's a little close-up of her, and I just think she's really cute. Then there's some little pots, like little green ones, and a little glass reindeer, and also one in a snow globe as well. It's a bit too early for Christmas, I know, but I actually forgot to take them down from last year. So they've been around all year. Oops. So to start with the cabinet, here's the left door, and it's a little bit messy, sorry, but in it is like all of my UV resin stuff. So in here, in this little bag is like the respirator mask that I use, and under that is the filters in the box. Then there's some paper clips. Then there's just some blue tack. It's like poster putty that you put posters on walls with. And this is really handy, so I always have it in my craft stash. Then my apron and sleeve protectors. Then I have my little drying rack for when I'm curing my charms out in the sun. And then, there's a heat tool. So I actually keep everything in here organized with a little foldable half shelf, and that's just from Kmart. So I have stuff on the top and stuff on the bottom, so I can make more space in here. So on the bottom half, I have my UV lamp and also a mat, which is just made of silicone. So that's that. And then here's my UV resin and polyurethane varnish, which is matte. Then just these little black bottles that I put UV resin into, and it has like a needle tip thing on it. Then some chopsticks. And at the back there, I have some spare UV resin. So that's all that's in there. So now onto the drawers. In the top drawer next to the door, I have some stuff for making molds. So there's just some contact paper, so like the clear one. I bought this to experiment with, but I haven't used it yet, so I haven't opened it. So I have a cup of liquid silicone leftovers, and I didn't want to throw these away because I know that you can use it to bulk out other molds. And then here, there's some silicone putty, and they're 2 parts. I have some modeling clay, and some more silicone putty. Then I was going to try and make some wood grain molds with some of this card, and it has like a wood grain texture on it. And I just have some star and heart molds. I think these are actually ice cube trays, and I got these from Daiso. I just thought they were really cute. I do have to admit, I don't actually use a lot of stuff from this drawer a lot, but I still keep it anyway. I can always find a use for that stuff later, but I'm just going to put the contact paper back in. So that's that drawer. And the one underneath has all of my liquid silicone stuff, and this is all the stuff that I use to make molds with. So at the back, there's some sticky tape, and these are the large rolls. Then in here is like a little box of dry rice, and that's if I ever need to measure how much silicone I need. So I just keep it in this little container so that it can keep airtight, so that it doesn't get wet or anything like that. And then just some paper cups and a little vacuum and a heat gun. And then the stick refills are underneath somewhere. Then in this little box, I keep a whole bunch of cookie cutters, round ones, so that I can make some mold templates. And some different coloured mica powder. And then there's some blue mica. And in here is where I keep my 2-part liquid silicone. And you can see the molds that I make on my online store, which I'll put a link to in the description box below. Then I have some measuring spoons. So that's that drawer. And I'll move on to the top drawer on the next cubby. So in this one, there are just some random smaller things in here. So this is some resin resistant tape, and in here I just kind of store already made silicone molds, so ones that are store-bought. So like all different ones, like the seashell mold that I used to make the little jellyfish in a seashell. I'll just put the tape back in. I then have some clear UV resin molds. So there's one to make a bowl and some spheres. Then a little butterfly one. Oh, and these ones so that you can make like a really long jewellery pendant. So it's kind of like a crystal, and they're just different shapes. Then there are some silicone molds. Oh, I made that blue one. I don't know why that one's in here. Oops. And some freebies from Sophie and Toffee, I think. Actually, it could be from Miniature Sweet. I don't know. Then there are just some spare cupcake liners for my UV resin stuff. So there are just some heart ones and star ones, and normal round ones. And then I found some imitation cream, which I thought I could use for icing, but I haven't tried it yet. I think it just air dries. I'm not exactly sure, but that's that. Then in here, I have some UV resin colouring stuff. So I have some clear shot glasses. And also some measuring cups in here for some reason. At the back, there are some toothpicks. I don't know if you can see that there, but they're at the back. I'll just try and move this out of the way. And some silicone spatulas and some stirring sticks. And this is what they look like. So they're just kind of like rubber popsicle sticks or paddle pop sticks. Then I'll just move this one. And then there is a silicone measuring cup. And just a spare UV resin lid. And some UV resin top coat. and a spare UV resin. And then underneath I have some skewers. I don't know if you can see that very well. I'll move over here. Here are the skewers. So they're kind of just like in a big pack. Then just a box of UV resin colouring. So they're all just rainbow colours. So this is what they look like. Just trying to get the camera to focus on it. Oh, it's not gonna work. Nope. Okay. So now moving on to the door on the right is just some random stuff. So this little box is what I use to cure my silicone molds in. So I'll just take it out so that you can see it a lot better. And not that way. So there's like a little glass tile on the bottom. Then there's some samples of molds that I've made. And then just some mold templates in a bag at the back. And that's just sitting on a pasta machine. Then there's just my spare hand cream. And I really like this one because it doesn't feel oily. Then I just keep some big textured plates. So there's a full plate. And then I've just gone and cut the edge off one of them. Then there's just some little spatulas, just to transfer the bigger hand cream into the smaller bottle because I like the size better. Then there's just some stuff in the corner that I keep upright. So I'll just take it out and show you. Let's see if I can do it one-handed. So I have some sheets of sandpaper, if I can get them out. Oh, there we go. So yep, some sandpaper. Then just some plastic sheets. And shrink film. Oh, and then a little photo frame. Then in here, I just keep baked clay as samples for colour recipes. So I just keep them in this little folder here. So that's the top row. Then moving on to the next one, I have all of my cleaning stuff. So in here, I have a whole bunch of nail polish remover. And just some pointed cotton tips. Then just some cotton makeup pads. And then at the back of that, I've got some more pointed cotton tips. Then just the normal cotton tips as well at the front. And this is all for when I clean my polymer clay. In the drawer below, I have a whole bunch of more cleaning products. So I keep all of my baby wipes in here. And these are just for cleaning my work surface. And also my tools as well. And then under that is a little fleece cloth. Then there's just a whole bunch of sticky rollers. So these are good for keeping dust off your desk. So it's really sticky. This one still has the wrapper thing on it, but you just remove that. And you just move it like this across the surface. And it takes the dust away. And then you just wash it and reuse it. And then in the next set of drawers, there's all of my paint stuff. So I have some liquid food colouring, and I tried to use this as watercolours. Then there are just some different colours of mica powder. So there's a red one and a little silver one or white one. And at the back, there's just a glass for water and some paintbrushes. And then all of that is just sitting on a little paint palette. Then there's some acrylic paints. So a lot of these are in white, black and pink. Then there are just some smaller coloured paints in tubes. In bottles. So there's a nice blue one. And I love this purple one. Oh, and I almost forgot about these. These are just some empty paint pots. And I use these to store liquid clay mixtures that I've made. Then in the next drawer, there's a whole bunch of cutting stuff. So I tried to keep everything organised in like separate drawers. So with this one, I like to keep everything that kind of cut stuff. So there are some small cookie cutters here. So this one just has the basic shapes, like a circle, a triangle, and also a square. I almost forgot what it was called for a second. My bad. So that's those. And then there's a little star and a Japanese sakura flower. And I actually don't know what the other one is. I think it's either a leaf or a heart. I don't know how well you can see that, but I'll just bring it out. Can you see that? Anyway, that one's in the pack. Then I bought some, I think they're kids' scissors, but they cut different edges. And I'll take them out to show you. So you just kind of take them off and change them. I don't know how well you can see that. So they're like all different ones. I just thought this was really fun. And then, oops. And then I just have a whole bunch of cookie cutters. So this one is like a bear shape. Well, a bear head shape. So I don't know, camera's not focusing. So this one's a bear. And a little heart. And what is that? Oh, this one's a duck. And then I have another bunch of bear head cutters. So these ones are spring-loaded and they look like this. And when you push the bottom, it just kind of pushes the face up so that you can actually push like an impression into the clay. And then there are bigger ones, and whoa, this one's huge. Oh, yeah, but that's a bigger one. And then these ones are pastry cutters. So these ones are like concentric circles, so they kind of fit into each other. And this is a scalloped pastry cutter. Then there are just some smaller cookie cutters down here. Then in here, I keep all of my glass stuff and bottles as well. So these are some glass domes, and they're kind of like upside down fish bowls. And I wanted to use these to try and make some shakers filled with liquid. And under it are just some art syringes and some random containers. And they just sit in some spare foil trays for my oven. Then there's just some more domes. I accidentally forgot that I had the first one and I bought a second one, so now I just have way too many. Whoops. Then there are some glass tubes. And some more little containers. And these are just little plastic ones that I got from the dollar shop. And then there's some stuff underneath it. So I'll just take these out. Oh, well, this is really hard to do. The camera's really heavy. Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, so underneath are all these spare containers with lids that I use for filming. Then at the back are some... What's that? Oh, it's just a random glass test tube. Whoops. And that's just sitting in some terracotta pots. And then some little glass jars with corks. And they're all different shapes and sizes. So that's that drawer, and I'll just put everything back in. And then in the drawer below it, I have a whole bunch of embellishment stuff, which is just stuff I use to decorate and finish charms with. So at the back is some gold and silver foil. And just some slices of heart canes. So these are in light pink, white and red. Then there are just some hot pink ones. And some yellow moons and stars. And these ones are probably my favourite. I really like them. And then there are, then here are some fruit canes, and you have to slice these yourself. So they're just really small and intricate, and they look like actual fruit. And then I just have some white craft sand, and I use this for beach scenes. And I'll just put this stuff back. So then next to that, I have some glitter, and they're just in little tubes. And these are little micro marbles, and they come in little jars. And they're really, really tiny. And just look at the jars that they come in. They're really small. I love it. And that's just the glitter. There's a whole bunch of them. And then there's a whole bunch of chunky glitter. And I absolutely love these. They're just really pretty. And I've put them in rainbow order. And I think these would be really cute in like shaker jars and stuff. I keep talking about shakers. So that's those. So that's all of them. Then on the side, there's some more glitter. So these are more like heart-shaped and stars and stuff. Oh, and shakers again. So they're all just different shaped ones. Then I just have some black and white twine. So it just looks like that. And I've got 2 rolls of that. And a more Christmassy one, so red and white. And these are just some loose cane pieces. So there's some hearts, and snowflakes. Oh, I don't know how well you can see that. Oh, can you see that? And then there's just some other random stuff in there. Then I have a bag of some clear micro beads. And this, oops. And this was just to make some snow cones with. I forgot what it was for a second. Then there are just some different shades of pink glitter. So this one I really liked. It's like kind of a mix between chunky and fine. So there's just this. And this one. And another one. And then surprise, there's more glitter. And before I totally forgot, I forgot to put these back in. These were just different kinds of twine. So thinner ones in all different colours. So these ones are just like the coloured ones mixed with white. So it's kind of like a two-tone thing. And I really think these are cute. And they're really brightly coloured. So I think you could use it for stuff like Halloween. So that's those. Then there are just some plain coloured twines. Next is where I keep all of my stirring sticks and stuff. So starting from the back, I have some spoons. And then some forks. Then a whole bunch of puddle pop sticks or popsicle sticks and more spoons. And then on the side are just some wooden dowels. I then have these little rolls and they're just long rolls of memo pad. I used to use these for another craft, but I didn't want to throw them away. And they just look like this. And now I just use them for rolling out the faces on the charms that I make. Then in this drawer is where I keep things for the shop mostly. So in the top box is everything that I'm currently selling. So I'll just open it. So it has charms and stickers and also the silicone molds that I've made. So I just keep them in a little box so that everything is in the same place. And then I can keep track of stock as well. And then underneath is a box of findings. So it's a whole bunch of stuff that I use to finish my charms. So there are things like bales. So that's these little hook things. And there's some lobster clasps. And then things like jump rings. So that's that box. So I'll just put these back in. I then have some super glue on the side and also magnets. And also, so these are like little wire cutters and also some pliers. So just different kinds of things to open findings. And then in here, is a hole punch and also like an eye pin maker. You can see that one there. So in here I have some gloves, and these are made from nitrile, and I use this mostly for UV resin and also with the clay sometimes. Then I just have my charm collections. So this was my last one, and I keep them in these little boxes with compartments. So there's a spare box underneath. And my first charm box. And this is the one I've been working on now. So it's very empty. And in here is a little box of baked pieces and templates. And because they're all small and loose, I keep them in here. In here, I keep different types of clay. So the ones at the back are all air dry clays. The one on the left, this one is from Daiso, as well as the one in the middle. Then the one next to it, that's from the $2 shop. Then there's some Kmart polymer clay, which I haven't seen before, so I'm just going to give that a try. Then in here, I just keep spare gloves. In here, I keep all of my colouring stuff. So there's some brown and yellow chalk pastels, and they were on sale, so I thought I would give them a try. Then there's the yellow ones at the back. Then these are the Daiso ones that I've shown in a video, and these are pretty nice. I like these. Oops. Then this is for a video that I wanted to do in future, and it's makeup, and this is just some eyeshadow, and you could use these to colour your clay. Then there's coloured pencils, which I didn't put back in the proper order. Oops. Then these are the chalk pastels that I use the most. So I'll just put these back in. Oh. And then just some oil pastels. In here are the parts of a badge machine or like a pin machine. I'll take this out. So these are all the parts, and I've got to assemble the machine. And I was going to make some pins and put them into the shop. I don't know if you guys actually want these in the shop, so just let me know in the comment section below. Then there's just some random stuff in here. So this is all stuff to make videos with. So it's all stuff that I bought really from the $2 shop. So there's some straws and some tools underneath that, and some playing cards. Then a set of Allen keys. Just some little makeup sponges. Oh, these are some little dowels that I found at IKEA, and they were in the free section. Then these are just some fruit bags, and I was just going to do maybe a video on texturing, or just even stuff that you could use for clay around the house. For example, so this is just like a bigger lemon one, and the smaller one was for garlic. So you could totally use stuff like that. Then there's just some nail polish, and this will be for another video. Then there are some little mascara brushes, and also some makeup brushes. And pretty much all of this was on discount. And under here, in here, there's some more stuff from the dollar shop. So there are some little wooden beads. So I'll take this out. And some bigger ones in the back. And then I found some little seashells. And then some little hexagonal mosaic beads. And this would be really cool to put like a penguin on the top, because they kind of look like ice. Then there's just a little silver container. Oops. And some baby oil to make shakers. Then underneath, then there's some PVA glue. And then underneath, there are some little polka dot bags and some spare blades for my craft knife. And then the thing in the middle is a chip packet closer. So it's battery operated and it gets hot. And you press down on it and it just melts the plastic, so it closes the packet. Then there are some bottle caps. So that's all that's in there. Then in this drawer, I have a lot of clay. So I always buy polymer clay when it's on sale, because it can get really expensive in Australia. So I wait and I buy lots in bulk. So there's some liquid clay. And it just has the old Sculpey branding on it. And then there's just a really big bottle of the Fimo liquid. And also just some glazes as well. And the same as the bottom one. There's a lot of big packs in here, and also multiple packs of smaller clay. I bought these from people online who would be stashing their craft stuff, and a lot of them had stores that were closing, so they didn't want to do any polymer clay stuff anymore, so they were selling it. So I bought everything in bulk. So that's why everything in here is really big. It's also better value to get the bigger packs, I think. So there's just like conditioning bars, and also really big packets of Fimo. So that's, if I can get it. These are just 1 pound blocks, or like just under half a kilo. Then in here, I just have some plastic shot glasses. These ones are a bit hard to see out of, so I don't use these on camera. Then there's just a spare bulb for my umbrella lights, and I just keep it in the box. And in here, there's some more spares as well. And that's pretty much for this cabinet because these ones are empty. So these are pretty much for overflow. So that's it for this one. Next to the cabinet are my umbrella lights, and I use these to film. So they're just big umbrellas and they're kind of on tripods. So that's them. So now onto the desk itself. This is where I do all of my crafting and sticker making. So I'll start with the pegboard. So I have a little pusheen sitting on a macaron, then a little momiji doll, and it's got a little A for Angela, and I just love that it's pastel. And then pusheen in a cake. Then underneath, there is a little pusheen in a donut, and then a sausage dog. A balloon dog. And then there's pusheen just popping out of a cupcake. I think that's just really funny. And then under that, I have some little tools. And I pretty much use the tweezers the most, but it's really nice just to have these hanging here. So it's just really handy. And then on the right of that are my headphones. So I mostly use these for editing and listening to music. Then is a little scraper that I use to take my stickers off the cutting mat. And then there are some framed photos of desserts, and I really like them. And then under that is a whole bunch of tools that I use. Oh, I almost forgot. There's some stationery for decoration. And then behind that is a pom-pom garland. And some hand creams. Then there are some little enamel pins. And I painted this little corkboard. I just painted it in pink and white and just hung it up to use as a little notice board. I just think it's really cute. I like how it just ties in the whole pastel theme. Then at the top are some pastel acrylic paints. On the desk itself are some little plastic boxes, and I just use this to store all of my rolled out clay. So this is all just stuff I've got to do, and colours that I've already rolled out, mixed and conditioned. Then there's just a little tissue box, and then a photography momiji, and also a mini Lego ice cream. And then over here in this box, so this is a little container of macarons that I made, and this will go on top of the cupcakes that I've made in this box. So these will be shop charms. So there's just a whole bunch of little cupcakes that I've made. And I've made them using the molds that I made. So these will be in the shop, hopefully soon, but probably not soon, because it takes a long time. Then there's my iPad, and I use it to draw designs on. And some tools. Then there's my favorite hand cream and a little winter momiji because I'm a winter baby. And then just a little cup that I use for tea. Then for the actual work surface itself, I work on glass, and these are actually shelving inserts from IKEA. So they're actually made to fit in the cabinet that I have. And I've just put it on top of MDF that I've covered with wood pattern vinyl. And on the top is just a little koala that I'm using for color reference. So here he is, a little koala. Then there's my UV resin and a little container of faces for charms. Then there are some little potion bottles. I just made a video with these, but I wanted to try and do something else with them as well. Then there are some cookie cutters. And this is a little sneak peek of a snowman shaker that I'm making. So it's going to be a little snow globe. Then there's just some clay on my desk. This is my little chair, and I got it from Aldi on discount as a special buy. And I got it a few years ago, but I still really like it. And I just put like a little pastel towel over the top because I thought it was cute. I used to have a cushion on here, but I don't know where it went, so I just use the towel now. So with the actual drawers in the desk, on this side, I'll move that. So in here, I keep all of my clay stuff. So like in these little paint pots, I have some mixtures that I made for sauces and also frostings for cakes. So that's a frosting one. And that one as well. Oh, so these are all made from liquid clay. And I made these in a video. Then there's all of my open clay. And I just keep everything in rainbow order. And at the back is my unopened clay. Then there are big blocks of clay, which have been opened. And over here is just some cornstarch that I use for dusting. And there's a little brush inside, like a little makeup one. I don't know how well you can see inside there. So in here, I have all of my most used... Oh, I forgot to show you the whole thing. So this is where I have all of my most used tools. This big white space here is where I put my tripod. Here is the box of my tools. So I have brushes up the top. So they're paint brushes and toothbrushes. Then under here are my chalk pastel powder mixes. So there's the pink one for the cheeks and the one for desserts. And some cornstarch. And also my silicone thing for UV resin. Then down here is my craft knife. And also dotting tools and needle tool. Then there's just a nail brush for texturing. And also my acrylic roller. Then here is all the sharp stuff. So I keep this all in one spot. So there are some straws and also foil balls. And this is where I keep my blades and piping tips as well. Then I just have all of my cotton buds, and this is for cleaning clay. So I just keep it in this little box here. At the back is a box of gloves. Then in here is a container that I keep all of my head pins in. So it's, if I can get it out, hang on. So I just keep everything in here, so little bits of wire and some excess cut off pieces as well. So I just keep them in this container. So I just like to have it all in the one spot. And the container that I keep it in, I think it's really cute. Then in here is just some baked clay pieces. And in there, oh, there is something in it. Oh, it's an eye pin that I made. Then there's my little lids that I use for filming. And a calculator. A scale. Then there's my UV lamp. And popsicle sticks that I use for depth guides. Then just some cotton makeup pads. Then there's just some random stuff in here, so like acrylic blocks. And also some paper. And also a tool that I wanted to turn into a stamper. Then in here, I keep all of my cookie cutters in it. And there's one underneath with more. Then there's some sandpaper and a larger metal lid. So a bigger one of these that I use, and I just keep it in here. At the back, I have some Kemper cutters, and these are like little mini cutters. So I just put that back in. And then underneath, there's just the charger for my battery. So that's just for my camera. And a bin. So coming back up to the drawers next to my desk, on the top is just my silhouette portrait that I use to cut my stickers that I have in my online shop. So in the drawers below it, in the first one, I keep all of my stationery stuff in here. So starting at the back, there's my little Dymo label maker. And then behind it are some refills and some staples and clips. And then this blue thing is a manual paper shredder. So you just put the paper in and twist the end. And it's really cool. Then there are just some staplers I've collected over the years. And this thing's really cool. It's a corner rounder. So you just put the corner of a card in, and there are different sizes. Then you just press down and it rounds the corner. Then under that, there are some push pins and staples. There's my pencil case. And underneath are just a bunch of rulers. Then under that is where I keep my laptop when I'm not using it. So it just stays in this little drawer. And And there are just some external hard drives, and I use this for editing a lot. So there's a few of those. And then this is the bag for my headphones. And there's some SD cards and little fiddly things, so I just put them in this container. So that's that. In here, I have my microphones and also my old camera. The big microphone on the left is the one that I use for voiceovers, but the two spare ones, I haven't used those yet. They're more for vlogging and talking to the camera, which I haven't really done yet. Just a bit too shy at the moment. And then on the side is like one of those camera cleaner brush things. Then there's just some spare camera stuff. So it has like the strap and the batteries and some spare battery chargers and some extra lenses as well that I use for filming. So those are kind of all in here. Oop. So over here is my kind of baking and packaging area. So I'll start at the top. Above the oven is a little motivational poster, and it just says, "Today is the day." And I really like that quote. And that just hangs on the wall behind. Then there's just my oven, and it sits on a pet feeding mat. The mat is from Kmart. It just protects the surface underneath. So next, in the first door, I made my own shelves, and I made them out of foam board. And this just holds all of my oven stuff. So like foil and racks and tiles and also gloves and baking paper. And then there's just like extra trays and stuff. So that's just all in there. And in here, it's really hard to open, but I have a whole bunch of bubble wrap in here. And also in the one underneath it. And this one's really messy, but I have some reclosable bags in here, kind of like Ziploc bags. In here are just some more cello bags and paper bags. So these are like really cute polka dot ones. And some sealing bags. And I've also got some rigid mailers, which is what I use most when I post stuff. In here, there's a whole bunch of bubble mailers and boxes. So these are just for posting. And I just keep the boxes from things I've ordered online. So now onto my packaging table where I get shop orders ready. So from the top, there's just a little fake plant in a pot and some sticky tape and spare address labels. And then I'll just come down to the next shelf. So this one, there's a little box with a cloud on it and some spare labels. Then there are some mechanical pencils. And a whole bunch of clips in the shape of a heart. I just think these are really cute. Num, 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 num. Then there are just some pens. And also some scissors. So there's those. And then these are the forms I need to fill out when I post the shop orders. And then there's just pens and tape and stuff. Smiley face magnet. Then there's a little mini cutting mat. Then some rainbow washi tape. And I don't really use these, to be honest. These are just for decoration. So coming down to the desk, I have a little cake momiji, and she's there to celebrate when I get a shop order, and she just stands on a little glass canister. Then there's my label maker, and I use this to print addresses when I post shop orders, to put on envelopes and mailers. And then there's just this little smiling pear. Then onto the actual table itself. This was actually from IKEA. It was a kitchen island and it was in their cooking section. And I like it because it's really sturdy. So it has a little drawer underneath. And inside there's a letter gauge, which is just from the post office. So there's that. Then here are the cards that I include in shop orders. So like this one is a Polymer clay charm care card. So that's the back, just has the logo. And then instructions on how to take care of the charm. Then the rest are just social media cards and thank you ones. Then some bubble wrap. And then like a heavy duty paper cutter. And I use it to cut really thick material, but I don't take it out that often. But this one is a smaller one and it pretty much does the same thing. And, oh, hang on. I'll take this one out. Okay, so you just pull the arm up, put some paper in and cut down. And it just does that. So that's a smaller version of the big one there. And then in here I have some erasers and, oops. So in there is just a whole bunch of erasers I've collected over the years. Then under here is just a spare box. So then next to it is a sort of makeshift tripod that I made a long time ago. Back when I was using my old camera that didn't have a viewfinder that popped out, I would just kind of use this and prop it up against the wall and just have my camera pointing down on the arm. Then here is my printing and photography drawer. So there's just my printer. And under that, at the moment, there's nothing in it, but I usually keep all of my printer paper and ink in here, but I need to go and buy some more. So there's that. Then this is where I store all of my sticker stuff. So all of the stuff for my silhouette portrait. So in here, I store all of my test prints and, I've just got to change the brightness a bit. There you go. So I keep all of my test prints in here and also sticker paper. So here is a little design that I made for some snail mail stickers. I was going to use these as little freebies to put in shop orders or maybe just as like a paid sticker. I don't really know at this stage yet. Then next I have some just scrap paper, and because this drawer is so big, the first half is all my printer stuff and the second half is my photography stuff. So in this one, I have all of my pattern paper stuff and everything I use to take photos and also video intros. So at the back, on the right here is like my most used pattern paper, and I just keep this in a little folder. And then there's some more underneath. then there are some little squares of pattern paper. So this one's from Daiso. And so is this one. Then underneath, I have a little Lazy Susan, and I use this to kind of spin my charms when I want, but then sometimes it's not so smooth, so I use a little electric one as well. And I just keep it in the box. Then there's just some more pattern paper down here. These are just contact rolls. And then underneath, I just have a couple of spare tripods and a couple of boxes and some things I wanted to experiment with. Oops. And then underneath, I have a bunch of flat things. So I have my other glass work surface and some cardboard boxes that I've taken apart. And then on the side here is where I take all of my photos and film the introductions for my videos. So I just have a whole bunch of boxes for height and a big board where I put my pattern paper on. And then the silver thing behind that is a big cork board that I covered with foil to use as a sort of reflector. It's just so I can bounce light back into the photo, so it's really bright. Then there's just some coloured cardboard that I use as pattern paper. And then, and also a white photo board in the back that I use as well. And that's pretty much everything for my craft area tour. Thank you so much if you made it through the whole video. I know it was a really long one. I hope it gave you some organisation tips for your own craft area. If you have any questions about anything in my craft area, feel free to ask them in the comment section below and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!